Hey, hello, hello, hello. So here on Live It Up, we have no stranger to our set. It is Sal Ferro from Allure Home Improvements. How are you?
I'm doing great. Couldn't be
Good.
happier.
Oh my gosh, so many wonderful things have been happening to you, and I know that you have a very philanthropic heart. So, what are some of
Yes.
the events that we were both judges for the Imagine Awards?
That was amazing.
Wasn't that
It was
great?
like the Academy Awards of nonprofits, and I didn't know what I was getting into because the amount of work to be a judge was tremendous. But the night itself was just it was so outstanding and heartwarming to see each video, and I felt very special to be part of something like that.
Me too. And what was so great is so the nonprofits are being honored and they have all these different categories. And you're right, it was a lot of work. Sometimes when you say you're going to be a judge, it's not like you're just holding up a 10 or a 9 or giving somebody a
Yeah.
score. No, this was intense reading and everybody had different criteria that they were judged on and different measurements that we had to go through. And they were all winners. How do you not just love a nonprofit? So,
I didn't know how to say, one of the reasons I guess I'm so philanthropic is I don't know how to say no. I didn't know how to say no to any of them. And it was like I felt like I was a professor or a teacher grading homework. And when I got the folder and I looked through each and every one of them, there was so much to read. And you saw the finalists and then, the final winner. And we didn't know who the winner was because we judged individually.
right,
I didn't know what you were doing.
right.
You didn't know what I was doing. And at the end, to see who the final winners were, it was very special. I felt bad for the ones who didn't win, but in my heart, they were all winners.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is that Ken Serini and Associates, and because of all the sponsors, they give every finalist a video. So at least they got that piece of content, which is so
Video's
great
going to
for
be
them.
great for their website.
Yes.
Great for them to market themselves. And I think it also opens everyone's eyes to the additional nonprofits because we all know the big ones.
Right.
The United Way, all the big, nonprofits that are out there, but there are a lot of smaller ones that are hitting, a niche or hitting an underserved need out there. And I learned about a couple that were and some that won, that were outstanding.
And you do Fight for Charity, and you're doing the pink tie thing, and what are some of the other things that you've been at recently?
There's a lot of things I support. Allure has always been very community-minded. We believe that you've got to give back to the community that you're in. This year we sponsored the LGBT event, which was by far the most fun I've ever had at a charity gala. Kudos to Dave Kamilic and Linda Arman for putting together an amazing event. Had more fun there than any event. But we try to go out there and support nonprofits. I'm very active with the Clark Gillies Foundation, Interfaith Nutrition Network. We can go on and on. Townwide Fund of Huntington, and I believe that it's important to give back to the community that we serve.
100%. And you recently were up in Albany. Tell us about your work up there. Why did you go up there? What do you?
Well, I'm the treasurer of the Long Island Builders Institute, as well as the chairman of the PAC. And I believe that we've got a lobby for our industry, and there's a lot of legislation that doesn't work well for the industry. And one is there's a Labor Law 240, that's a scaffolding law that we were really trying to educate our legislators. It's ridiculous that we have this. There's Article 78 that's very anti-building. This particular law, the scaffolding law, is we're the only state in the union that has something that basically puts all the liability on the builder, and if there's any fault, it's all on the builder. And all that the industry is looking for is comparative negligence, the simplest thing, and each house has refused to actually do anything about it, and we may have some movement. That particular law has cost over $500 million more to build a Tappan Zee Bridge. It's really criminal that nothing's been done, and it's really politics. Simple as that. So I was up there just recently on Lobby Day doing work on that. So
It's like doctors with malpractice insurance, because then what ends up happening is that the insurance costs are so high, and then that gets put onto the job. And so I guess similar things happening in your industry. So there needs to be, like you said, a due diligence, and it needs to be shared
you
responsibility.
have different pieces pulling.
Right.
The trial lawyers pulling one direction. They don't do anything about it because they automatically have a case because right away it's negligence in one direction. They don't even have to try it. It's a matter of damages. But you didn't have me on to talk about that. But I'm very passionate
it's
about.
important. It's important that there's people like you that are championing causes for your industry, because if people don't speak up, a lawmaker thinks that they're doing a good job, because they're saying, oh yeah, too many people falling off of scaffolds, okay, and then they go too far sometimes in the other direction.
This is costing each homeowner to build a house on Long Island. It costs $8,000 to $10,000 more per unit just for this law. It's really not a matter of we're doing something nice for people. It's a matter of making it easier to sue anybody without any comparative negligence. A guy can come to work drunk, and there's no negligence on his part. So it's really common sense. It's, in my opinion, criminal.
Needs to be tweaked.
And we know what just happened in Albany anyway, so
Right.
there's a lot of criminal. So.
Yeah, it needs to be fixed. And on a happier note, I got to do a really fun event with you, and I learned a lot about kosher kitchens because you had an event at your showroom. Yeah, so tell us about that experience.
Well, one of our designers, Sherry, she is just full of energy, and we're always saying to everybody, listen, if you have an idea, we're going to support it. And she wanted to do a seminar on kosher kitchens. And I said, I love it. And we were away on vacation together, one of our company trips, a couple of our clients, and she said, what do you guys think? They said, we love it. We'll help you promote it in the synagogue, in the temple. Let's do it. And I gave her carte blanche. She worked with our director of marketing, Seth. Let's promote it. And Seth got together with you and said, let's do it. And it was a huge success. We had to tweak it a little bit. We learned some things. But for the most part, we had a full house.
Oh, full house. The part you need to tweak is that it was so successful. There were people down in the hallways. There were people like banging the doors to get in. So yeah, we need to maybe do like 2 sessions or something.
Yeah, I think we have to tweak, where we need room. But I was thrilled with the fact she came up with the idea. One of our people said, listen, this is what I want to do. She's full of energy, and this is what we kind of permeate through the company. But I love that you were there, and I think that people could see it on our website. I think you have it within your website and stuff. People could see some of the stuff you filmed there, and we love that relationship we have with you.
Thank you.
That we could do things together, and we love that you promoted it, because this was something special. Not only were we showing construction, we were showing something that in the community is needed. Not a lot of people are focusing on kosher kitchens, and there's a need out there for something like that.
100%. So. And you know what's funny too with Simeon from Appliance World? I grew up, and a lot of people know that I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. I didn't know anyone that was Jewish faith until I was 22 years old, because I grew up. So for me, I love living in New York, and I love learning about other cultures. I love celebrating the essence of life and learning different things. So I really had fun. I'm like, now I understand why you have to have a different meat tray or a different cheese.
Yeah.
I got it. I totally understood it because it was educational. It was educational and it was entertaining. So even I had fun. So that was cool. And I know you have a new relationship with Marvin Windows.
Yes.
So how did that begin? Did you just call him up and say, yo, Marvin? How did that happen?
Marvin, come on down. No. Well, actually, Will Marvin,
his
grandson, they have a window product called Infinity by Marvin, and they wanted to market it in the area, and they looked for what they consider the most successful remodeling company. The window itself is the most state-of-the-art replacement window, and as we were looking at our replacement window business, we wanted to step it up, and we wanted to find what we felt was the best choice for replacement windows. And everybody out there has, the typical vinyl window, and, we just want to be in that market, because a vinyl window is going to have only a certain lifespan. And with the Marvin window, we found that, we have the best. We've done, analysis up to any window out there. Nothing comes close to it. And with the Marvin brand, the way they back it, the company's been around forever, family, they have so many similarities to who we are in culture and everything else. It was a match made in heaven. So we have it over a year now, a year and a half. We're doing wonderful with it. We're working with them. They're great people, and so far it's been great. So.
I love all the different home design shows. In fact, I've had Barbara Viteri on, Design Celebrity, and one of the things I was watching the other night is the fact that sometimes the proper window can also help with sound reduction.
Yes.
So it's not just for pretty looks; it's also functionality, sustainability, those types of things, and they offer a whole different line of solutions for different things.
Yes, the window has all that. Functionality. It's how it's installed. It's warranty. Looks is one thing, simulated divided lights, you can have clear glass, different type of glass packages. So we know the construction's going to be there. We know that the looks are going to be there. But in addition, you have the service, you have the warranty, and obviously, you could take the best window in the world. If it's not installed right, then, you wasted it. I'm proud to wear my brand. I'm proud to be out there. I'm proud to be in our advertising. Even though it's not my idea, it's Seth's idea. But, we've got a full-time service and warranty department because, we believe if you don't back up what you do, then you're a fraud. And that's what we do every
You're only
day,
as good as your word and your person. So, and I like you, and you're my friend, and I thank you
We
for
love
joining
you.
us once again. I love you too.
We love you.
All right, stay tuned for more on Live It Up. Today we had a really intense conversation with Sal Ferro from Alure. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.